Have you ever wondered what you'd wish for if you had 3 wishes? Would it be a mountain of gold, a magnificent palace, or maybe a life of endless luxury? It's a fun thought, isn't it? But today, I want to share a story about a man who was given this very choice, and what he did with it might just change the way you think about wishes forever. In a small, quiet village by the sea lived a poor fisherman. Every single day, he'd cast his net into the vast blue ocean, and every evening, he'd return with just enough to get by. But here's the thing, he was happy. He was grateful for the sun on his face, the salty air, and the fish that the sea provided. He didn't yearn for more. His heart was full with what he had. One bright morning, as he pulled in his net, he felt an unusual weight. His heart pounded with anticipation. And there, tangled in the coarse threads, was not an ordinary fish, but a creature of breathtaking beauty. It shimmered and shone with the brilliance of 1,000 suns, a golden fish. As the fisherman stared in awe, the fish spoke, its voice like the gentle lapping of waves. "Kind fisherman," it pleaded, "please set me free. In return for my life, I will grant you 3 wishes, anything your heart desires." The fisherman, a simple man with a simple heart, looked at the magnificent creature. He could have asked for a kingdom, for jewels beyond counting, for a life of ease. But his thoughts didn't turn to himself. He thought about his daily struggle, the uncertainty of the catch. So, for his first wish, he said, "Oh, magical fish, I wish only that my nets will always be full, so I never have to worry about my daily bread." Instantly, a surge of silver and blue filled his net. It was overflowing with the biggest, healthiest fish he had ever seen. He had enough for a week, a month, maybe more. His heart swelled with gratitude. He had secured his sustenance. Now, with 2 wishes left, what would he choose? A bigger boat? A finer house? Again, his thoughts drifted beyond his own needs. He looked back towards the shore, towards his village. He thought of his fellow fishermen, many of whom faced the same daily struggle as he once did. He turned back to the golden fish and made his second wish. "For my second wish," he declared, his voice firm and clear, "I wish that every fisherman in every village has the same good fortune. May all their nets be just as full as mine." And just like that, a ripple of magic spread across the sea. From miles away, you could hear the joyful shouts of other fishermen as their nets, too, were suddenly filled to the brim. The fisherman smiled, a deep, genuine smile. His own fortune felt so much richer now that it was shared. He had one final wish. He could have saved it for himself, a little something for a rainy day. But his heart had grown even larger with the joy of giving. He thought not just of his village, but of all the people in the world who went to bed hungry, who worried about where their next meal would come from. With his final wish, he looked to the heavens and said, "For my last wish, I want every poor and hungry person in the world to be satisfied and well-fed. Let no one suffer the pangs of hunger." A warm, golden light enveloped the fish, spreading out across the entire world, a silent promise of contentment and relief for those in need. The fisherman released the golden fish back into the ocean, watching it disappear into the deep blue. He didn't have a castle. He didn't have chests of gold. But he had something far more valuable. He had a heart full of peace. This story teaches us something so profound. True wealth isn't about what we accumulate for ourselves. It's not found in possessions or power. True, lasting happiness comes from contentment, from appreciating what we have, and from the joy we find in helping others. The fisherman understood that the greatest treasure is a compassionate heart, He knew that his own happiness was intrinsically linked to the happiness of everyone around him. So, the next time you think about what you truly want in life, maybe think of the fisherman. Perhaps the best wishes aren't the ones we make for ourselves, but the ones we make for each other. Thank you so much for joining me for this story today. If it touched your heart, please give this video a like and consider subscribing for more tales that inspire and uplift. Until next time, take care and spread a little kindness.